Hey everybody, this is Brian Pierce from OccupyEducated.org, and I'm here for International Permaculture Day. And with me today is Janell Kapoor, who is from Kleiwerks International, and what she does is help spread the knowledge and practice of natural building. Thanks for agreeing to be interviewed by us, Janell.
Sure, my pleasure. It's nice to be here.
So let's just hop right into it here. Let me ask you, what is it that you do, Janell, and how does it relate to permaculture?
Yeah, I have been working in the field of natural building for about 14 years, and Kleiwerks International is a global network of design build specialists who use materials wherever we are, whatever we have to work with to build structures. And the building industry, today's building industry, is using about 50% of all of our global resources and energy. So what natural building aims to do and does is work with materials at hand that are abundant, recycled, sustainable, to create really lasting buildings that fit much more harmoniously in our landscapes, and are about empowering communities to build for themselves, to build debt-free, to build in ways that help communities revive and build relationships with each other and with place. We do hands-on building projects that serve local communities, and all of our projects are built through programs that train community members how to do it themselves. So that's the gist of what we do, and we work by invitation. We're very much interested in collaborating with local leaders who can then carry the work on to create a sort of a interweaving of skills and talents in regional networks around the world.
And I heard you say once, we'll see if you can hear me here. I know we were having some audio difficulties earlier, but I have heard you said before that maybe that you don't think that the world necessarily needs a whole lot more structures even added to it, that we probably have a whole lot of all the structures that we need already. I thought that was an interesting idea for coming from somebody who promotes, the idea of building things. I was just wondering if you could elaborate a little bit on that idea.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's essential in the time that we're living for us to really, us as a humanity, as intelligent humans who've created all kinds of things into being. We've created a very complex world and complex systems, to take a moment to really look at and assess what it is that we're after. And I believe deeply that we live in an intelligent universe, and that nature, this planet that we live on, this natural, living, breathing planet, is an intelligent body that we are a part of, and that we have all the solutions that we need, and that, frankly, I believe what we as humans are after most is being happy, and part of our happiness is being connected to that which we are, our very nature, and that means being connected to the natural world and being part of the greater family of things. Being part of a bigger picture that is much more than just ourselves. And when we really start to dig into what that means and how that plays out, I think we often create complexity that gets in the way of our connection to our happiness and to our connection with the natural world. Most people go to nature to find that place of deep peace and ease. When I've interviewed people from around the world about where they go when they experience that deep happiness, where are they when, if they were to imagine being anywhere, what does that world look like? And everyone creates a much more natural way of living than we are now, than we're living now. And so when we look at that and we look at the way we've used technology, it's not that it can't be our friend and can't be in service to our happiness, but I think consciously connecting and consciously designing our lives and our societies and our built environment in a way that brings us back to our place on this planet and reconnects us with the rest of the natural world is a pathway into a more connected humanity and a happier humanity. And so again, looking at what our greatest goals are, most people want to be happy, and it has a lot to do, I think, with how we design our lives and our built environment. So when I talk about not needing more buildings, it doesn't mean blanket. It's not a blanket statement. We don't need anything else, but to really question, how can we use that which we already have, and how can we keep things as simple as possible rather than creating more and more and more complexity and disconnection. And the beauty of natural building is, to me, it's not so much about, okay, let's build more. It's a gateway into our reconnection, into our deeper natures, into deepening our relationship really with ourselves and our communities and with this planet. And that's powerful. And I've seen natural building, I see it as a tool for establishing that profound sense of belonging that I believe many of us are missing. So
yeah, I really like the way you think. Do you have any sort of message for your other permies out there today on International Permaculture Day?
Sure, yeah, I'd love to say two more things. Right now, Kleiwerks International and a whole global network of women are working together to build an alliance of women who are deeply engaged with the ecological design build movement, practices, technologies. We're offering apprenticeships in countries across the Americas and really supporting women to be in leadership roles within the ecological design build and natural building movements. So just a shout out to the ladies to check out what we're up to. And that initiative, it's WASI, Women of the Americas Sustainability Initiative, WASI. And you can find us at kleiwerks.org, which is KLEIWERKS.org. But yeah, there are many opportunities there. And I think the other thing I want to say in general to my fellow Permies is I believe we each need to be tuning in deeply to that which we are individually called to do right now. We're all here for a reason, and we all have our special gifts to share. And each of us has a role, whether we're involved in finances or natural building or working with kids or doing interviews with people, whatever it is, just to really find our joy in this work and in this movement. And that in itself will be the foundation that sustains us. But to marry that individually with our values, our collective values and visions, is a really beautiful recipe. So I encourage us all to be coming from that deep source within us and connecting us with each other in the bigger picture.
Janell, thank you so much for taking the time to be here, and thank you for the wonderful work that you're doing.
Thanks. Yeah, great to be here, and many blessings. Happy International Permaculture Day.
Yes, happy International Permaculture Day to everybody watching. This is Brian from occupyeducated.org, and have a good one.